Let's talk about something hard, not about them, but about us. Because what if the reason you keep attracting red flags isn't because you're unlucky in love, but because you're repeating a pattern that feels like love? Yeah, I know, that one stings a little, but stay with me. This might be the most important relationship conversation you've never had. Let me tell you about Tara. She kept falling for emotionally unavailable men who were hot and cold, charming one moment, distant the next, men who made her feel like she had to earn love. She'd leave one toxic relationship, and a few months later, she'd meet someone totally different. Except they weren't. They had a different face, but the same emotional pattern. So one day, her best friend said something that shook her. You keep choosing people who treat you like your love is a test. Tara laughed it off at first, but deep down, she knew. She had grown up in a home where love had to be performed for, where affection was a reward, not a right. So in adulthood, safe love felt boring. Unavailable love felt familiar. Here's the truth. Sometimes the red flag isn't just in the person you're dating, it's in the pattern you keep chasing. Before we go further, let me say this clearly. This is not about shame, it's about awareness. Because once you see your patterns, you can break them. And once you break them, you can heal. Let's talk about the red flags we carry without even realizing it. Red flag number 1, you confuse intensity for intimacy. You meet someone, the chemistry is electric, you talk for hours, the connection feels cosmic. You think, it has to be fate, but hold on. Intensity can be a trauma response, especially if you're used to relationships that start in chaos and end in confusion. Healthy love builds slowly. It isn't a roller coaster, it's a steady road. So if you're only attracted to the rush, ask yourself, am I addicted to the feeling of being needed or truly known? Red flag number 2, you chase people who mirror your wounds, not your worth. Do you only feel drawn to people who make you prove you're good enough? Keep you guessing how they feel? Pull away the moment things get real? That's not chemistry, that's familiarity. You're reenacting emotional dynamics that made you feel small, unsafe, or unseen in childhood or past relationships. And here's the hard truth. Until you heal what hurt you, you'll keep choosing what broke you. Red flag number 3. You sabotage healthy love because it feels unfamiliar. Ever had someone show up consistently, communicate clearly, and genuinely want to invest in you, and suddenly you lose interest? You say things like, it feels too easy. There's no spark. I'm just not used to this kind of attention. And that's exactly the point. If love always came with anxiety, walking on eggshells, or drama, then calm feels like a threat. Safety feels like boredom. But here's what you need to hear. Boring is peaceful when you've survived chaos. Safe is sexy when you've stopped mistaking pain for passion. So how do we stop being the person who attracts or chases emotional chaos? It starts with radical honesty and compassionate accountability. 1. Name your pattern without judgment. Look at your last 3 relationships. What do they have in common? Were you always the giver? Did you ignore your own needs? Were you trying to fix someone? Write it down, stare at it. Don't flinch. The goal isn't to beat yourself up. The goal is to wake up. 2. Learn the difference between love and attachment. Attachment says, I need you so I feel worthy. Love says, I choose you because we both feel safe and free here. Attachment is fear-based. Love is freedom-based. Most of us were taught attachment first, and then had to unlearn it to recognize real love. If you're stuck in relationships that drain you, ask, am I in love or in fear of being alone? 3. Stop auditioning for love. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to perform it. You don't have to shrink, shapeshift, or settle. The right person won't make you feel like you're too emotional, too sensitive, too much. They'll make you feel like you're finally enough. So stop giving wife or husband energy to people who treat you like an option. You are not a backup plan. You are not someone's maybe. You are the standard. Now let's get real. I want to hear from you. What pattern are you ready to break? Maybe you chase emotionally unavailable people. Maybe you always try to fix or save your partner. Maybe you're the one who pushes people away the moment they get too close. Whatever it is, drop it in the comments. Not to expose yourself, but to free yourself. Because there is power in naming the pattern, and there is healing in being seen. If this hit home, give it a like, not just because you enjoyed it, but because you're committed to doing better. You're not broken, you're becoming aware. That's not weakness, that's power. You can heal, you can unlearn, you can choose a love that feels safe, calm, and mutual. You're allowed to be the version of you who no longer tolerates chaos and calls it connection. This was Dating Red Flags, Part 3. In Part 4, we're diving into a deeper level. The red flags you miss because you're in love. Because even the most self-aware people can get blinded by emotion. That one's going to hit different. So subscribe, share this with someone who's ready to heal. And remember, sometimes the biggest red flag isn't what they do, it's what you accept. You deserve better. Let's go get it.